Mike. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. What do you like about your team at the bye week, or is something else you guys have to work on with the stretch run coming up in the end?
Well, I like that we're 6-1. I mean, certainly that's probably the biggest positive is the way we've handled the first 7 weeks of the year. I like the way we're playing right now. I like how we've come along, and I think gotten better each week. I think the bye for us is coming at the perfect time. Being able to give us some time to really work on some specific things this week before we go into the last 4 games of the year, starting with a home game against Rhode Island. So I just think that it's a positive time for us, and hopefully we can make the best of this week and move on, to finish the season strong.
Yeah, talk about number 17 under center. Just talk about how his development is during the season. Because I talked to him in the beginning of the year, and he was doing well, and then I think he ran into a little rough patch. Now I think he's getting out of it.
Well, I really think that since the beginning of preseason camp, I've seen Brian improve dramatically over what he was in the spring, and I think he looked week to week throughout this year. He came out with a very strong performance in the opener against Morehead State, and I think he's consistently gotten better and better each week. And I think the biggest thing is he doesn't get outside of himself in the ball game. He doesn't try to go and make plays that aren't there or force things. He does a very good job of playing within the scheme and taking what is there based on the play call and what the defense is showing pre-snap.
Well, I hope you have a good bye week this week and relax. And
thanks a lot.
Hey, Coach Carter. Hey, congratulations on getting the interim job. It was a tough thing to do in the middle of the season. Talk about last week's game against William & Mary. You guys lost by another close game. What do you guys have to work on this week to finish those close games and put them end this losing streak?
Well, tough game. Second week in a row where I feel like we absolutely have a chance to win the game after the game in the fourth quarter. That's what this confidence is about. Winning games in the fourth quarter. Almost nothing matters until you get there. It's always going to be close. So we have put ourselves in the position that we actually be in, had an opportunity to win it because we're obviously finish. So just some of the things that we've taken away from that game and some of the other games is we've got to continue to work on fundamentals, and I think we've got to continue to work on fundamentals when it comes to stressful situations like obviously the main game, we had a fumble. He was one of the best players in the country. This last game, we got an onside kick. Great job to them. They did a great job for me too, returning the fumble touchdown. Great job by the special coordinator and Coach Laycock calling it and executing it. Those guys did a great job taking advantage of the situation. Obviously, the defense got to get stopped. I feel like we just got to, when it comes down to those situations, we got to work on getting back to our fundamentals, continuing to coach the kids up, telling them that no matter what the situation, we got to just play each down and then itself. It's down as like a small game. Listen, you got to get everything you got, being fundamentally sound and doing exactly what you need to do for that play. And then once that play's over, it's going to treat it the same. I think we do that on an individual basis. Do it with the team and the family in mind.
Walk us through when did you find out that you were going to take over the job as coach for football for Coach Brock? When did you find out yesterday afternoon? Was it early in the morning? Was it like after dinner? When did you find out?
I found out not long before the press release.
Okay, so you were all set and ready to go. Stony Brook coming up this week. What do you see on film getting ready for them?
For them, their offense is what I looked at first and most. We've got some talented football players, skill positions, running backs, wide receivers. They're all very, very talented football players. Our offensive line has been a talented offensive line. I remember recruiting some of those guys when I recruited Long Island, putting them in games, so much things off the plate. They're going to be tough on offense, absolutely, because they have a lot of options to go to. run the football, make you defend and try to it's a great job of take advantage of some one-on-one opportunities, matchup opportunities, take those opportunities. We're certainly going to try to hand the ball off to the down running backs. That offensive line, just block those guys. You can tell the offensive line has a lot of pride in blocking these guys that block the ball for their
Mm-hmm.
Austin and those guys. So they're going to make a lot, took them out a lot. Their defense, they're really without a doubt one of the defense of this offense. This last year, the last 2 years, they've set the first set standards. Typically, all film, they run to the football. They look like look. They have really good football players at all 3 levels. Secondary, Terry Deverett, phenomenal football player. They did the guy who blocked as a staff. They certainly love to have tremendous football player. He's a high motor guy. They've got talented, all conference level, especially all American football players on each level of the defense. Really well as a whole. That make us execute really well on offense, like their offense. Make us block.
Well, I hope you have a good first week.
Thank you very much.
How you doing?
Doing well.
Just talking about you're coming down to Delaware to play Delaware. What's your feeling like this morning hearing that Coach Brock got fired, mid-season? What is your take on him, and what did you learn from playing against him and coaching against him?
Well, 2 things. First of all, I'm not at Delaware, so I don't know the situation. From my perspective, Dave is a class person, and I'm sure he handled the situation with class. I know him from the days at Hofstra. He was a Long Island guy, and just great family. Wife's awesome, children are awesome, and he's been a good football coach everywhere he is, and I wish him the best of luck. And I'm certainly going to reach out to him over the next couple of days. And this business is a tough business, and certainly, it gets tougher and tougher every day. So, but I'm sure Delaware will plug along, and so will Stony Brook.
Yeah. Talk about the 3 keys for you guys to win on Saturday down there in Newark.
They're a physical team, so we've got to match their physicality. We've got to obviously be able to protect the ball and not give them any short fields. And lastly, they got some good backs coming at you in the run game, and they'll control the game if you let them. So you've got to be able to, make their first down carries be 1 and 2 yards and put them in a little longer situation for 2nd and 3rd down.
Well, thanks, Coach. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on getting the interim job there at Purdue.
Thank you very much.
Just talk about you guys are 3-3 overall, and you're 1-2 in the conference. You're almost halfway to being bowl eligible. So, what is going wrong there in Purdue that had to make this change?
Well, I think obviously, I was not involved in those conversations. I know through our administration and those people, they didn't see some things they wanted to see from our staff, and why they decided to make the change. So it's like I've told a lot of people in questions and interviews, it's been a difficult situation on our whole staff and our players, and obviously a weird situation for me. And all we can do now is embrace it and obviously turn what you just said into a positive, and that is we are 3-3, and all we want to do is put our best foot forward to try to get these seniors to a place of getting to a bowl and those things that they'll feel proud about leaving here.
Yeah. You guys take on Nebraska this weekend. What would it mean to beat Nebraska? They're like the top 10 team now. They're perfect in the conference. What would it mean for you with this tough week? You just became a coach. Would this be something that you will always remember if you could knock off Nebraska?
Well, I'd be lying if I said we wouldn't be something that would be a memory for me, but more importantly, try to make sure and not make this about me and make it about our staff and our players. We got a staff that's hurting and players who've been through a lot. And more important, I think it would mean a lot for our current staff and our players to go out and have something that they could, feel good about and smile about during a week of a little bit of turmoil.
Yeah. Well, good luck this week, and hope you guys can pull out a win.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Hey, Coach Shurkin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. What would this win over Michigan State mean for you and the Terrapin program? Prime time, 7:30. It's a blackout. Everybody in the state of Maryland seems like they're revved up for this game. What would it mean for you guys to pull out a win?
No, I mean, it'd be huge for our program in terms of we've had some really good fan support and turnouts, and I think everyone's excited about football around here, and so we're just looking forward to that atmosphere and having that opportunity here at home. It'll be our first night home game here together as our program, and so that's it. We need to go out and find a way to get our fifth win and get another conference win, and what it all means for big picture wise and down the road and all that's for others to decide. We just need to go find a way to get a win.
And what are the three keys for you guys to pull out a victory on Saturday? I know everybody does want to turn over the football, but what are the other ones you're looking for to improve on?
Yeah, we just gotta not beat ourselves. We played a sloppy game with turnovers and penalties last week, and we need to eliminate that from our game, and we've got to win the game at the line of scrimmage. Both our defensive front and our offensive front, that's where we've got to win. We've got to be able to run the ball, protect the quarterback, and we've got to be able to stop the run on defense.
Well, good luck this week.
Okay, thank you.
Radio.
Hey, Coach Bobby, how you doing?
Good, Christopher. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Talk about NC State. They're coming off a tough overtime loss. What do you see on film getting ready for that game this Saturday?
Yeah, they're a good football team. They really run the ball well. They've got a very experienced offensive line. I think their quarterback's doing a great job for them, executing their offense, getting completions. Defensively, they're a very physical team. They got big guys up front that are very, very active and run and rush the passer. The same group of linebackers and most of the secondary guys we've been battling for the last couple of years. So we know each other real well, and we have a tremendous amount of respect for them.
It seems like their rushing defense is pretty good too. So is that just something you guys have to try to fix to get some good yardage?
Yeah, they've been very good, and a lot of that is they stop the run and then they get sacked. So when you sack people, it takes off of their rushing yardage in college football. So that's something that's really helped them. But they're a physical bunch.
Well, I hope you can win your homecoming game on Saturday, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Coach Dave, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Talk about this bye week. Does it come at the right time for you guys to get everything fixed and ready for the stretch run coming up next week?
That is helpful. It's helpful. It came at a great time from an injury standpoint, but also from a focus and an opportunity to look at what we're doing and have good staff meetings and evaluation of what we're doing in all three phases of the game and looking at our personnel. And I think our players were to some degree ready for it. And now we've got 5 in a row to push to finish. And the next 3 are going to come pretty quickly. It's got a Saturday, Thursday. So we've got a big run dead in front of us.
And with Georgia Tech coming up, in next week, what do you see early getting ready for that game?
Well, I've watched all of 3 phases of them a good bit already, and they're a typical Georgia Tech team. They're talented. They play extremely well. They're extremely well coached. In the kicking game, I'll just start with that one. And they're certainly well coached on defense. I think their defense staff does as good a job as anyone. Their players know what they're doing and they've got talent. And that offensively, I don't know of anybody that runs their offense knows more about running their offense than Paul Johnson does. So it's a huge test for us.
Well, I hope you have a good bye week.
Thank you.
Coach Cutcliffe is. Yeah, he seems like a good coach. He's known for more like a quarterback guru than a head coach, but he's getting there better. Yeah.
He's done a great job there. Better, and I think he and his staff do a really good job. He's been a solid coach throughout his career.
Well, good luck this week on your bye week.
Okay, thanks.
Title with HRB FM Radio.
Hey, Coach Justin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Talk about Miami's running game. They have a couple good running backs in Walton and Irby and anybody they could grab off the bench to run the football. What do you guys got to do to stop the run tomorrow night?
Well, they've got a long history of being able to run the football. That's why they've won so many games. They're really talented in the backfield. It's a delicate balance too, because you've got to commit guys to stopping the run, which obviously leaves you vulnerable to big plays in the passing game, and they certainly have people on the outside and a very talented quarterback that they can make you pay there. So we'll have to do a great job making sure we're in our gap, making sure we're accountable to each other, and doing a great job of running to the football to try and get back on the ground.
And you were talking earlier about Miami's defense. They have a lot of freshmen like Shaq and other good players as well, like Coin Elder is one of the safeties and all that stuff. What do you see on their defense that might give you some problems Thursday?
Well, they've got 4 seniors in the secondary, very, very good, long football players. They've got 3 freshman linebackers that don't look like freshmen. They're big, athletic guys that are getting better every single week. And then their defensive line is a penetrating defensive line. They like to move them. They haven't given up very many points, period, to anybody through the season. And, the reason for that is a combination. They've got good people, good personnel, combined with a coaching staff that does a great job putting them in good situations.
Well, good luck tomorrow night. I hope you enjoy your first Thursday night game at Blacksburg.
You bet. Thank you.
Hey, it's Chris Seidel from BigTen Radio in Baltimore. Talk about North Carolina and their defense. What do you see on that side of the football that you have to stop, on Saturday?
Yeah. So we watched the film. I mean, they just, like I said, they got a lot of long, big guys that deep tackle. I remember number 90. He watched the film. He stands out. He's a pretty good player. He's long, strong, and he's physical. Number 45. I remember from last year. He was a good player. So, we just gotta, do what we know we have to do. Stay on our blocks, get off the ball, give Kurt time, and they're gonna. Like I said, it's a big challenge with these guys. They're a great defense. They're very gap sound, and it's gonna be a great challenge. But we're looking forward to it.
And also talk about if you guys pull out a win on Saturday, you can actually derail the scene to kind of back-to-back trips to the championship game down to Orlando. Is that something special that you can knock this team off?
To be honest with you, every game that we face, we go into it the same way. Especially in every game, after win or lose, after the game, we treat it the same way. It's a work week right after, and it's a work week leading up. So, obviously, we want to get a win. It's a great ACC team. They've proved it in the past by going to the ACC championship. So, that'd be a great win for us. But we're treating it the same as we treated Pitt, Duke, any of those other games, and it's been a great week so far in practice. Really worked and getting ready for them. So, pretty much the same.
Well, good luck this week.
Thank you.